Robothorium. It's a roguelike RPG where you play as the robot uprising against those human meat bags. Sorry, missed that opportunity. 3 difficulties right out the bat. Beginners, people familiar with the genre, or challenge. Okay, let's do the genre one then. Insurrection. If your robots are destroyed, you'll need time and resources to repair them. Enemies are fought in their basic difficulty. Fallen robots are definitely destroyed and you lose the game if your whole team is defeated and enemies are more powerful. Okay. So this one you just have to win the fights basically. This one you guys get injured over time. I imagine kind of like the your dudes in XCOM where they have to sit it out for a while and you have to work on repairing them. And a Revolution is just nope, you're out. Wait, which one's selected right now? There we go. $20.52. Robux have been endowed with a state-of-the-art shit. I thought I was going to be voiced. It contributed greatly to the creation of a powerful and prosperous society. Exploited and oppressed, robots demonstrated for the recognition of their rights. But the reaction of the human race was predictable, which is that they had guns. Today, a civil war threatens to burst. You are Saya, an artificial intelligence programmed for a single purpose, offering a future to robots. Hello, Saya. I'm Sarasimov, the emissary of the rebel factions, and I'm here to help you. You need to hurry up and get out of here. Some idling robots should be lying around in this room. Go ahead and take control of 3 of them. Oh, so you can pick 3 of these dudes to be. We've got the Riot. I'm imagining he's a tank type dude a bit because he's got a giant ass shield and looks neat. Country of origin, France. Russia, Germany, Brazil, China, 2 Germans. We're heavy on the Germans. Oh, they're 2 different brands of repair bot? Okay, the X115 versus the X283. The description at the bottom doesn't change. Okay, so this is just the description of the country, not the unit itself. So the difference between these 2 is this one's a coward, this one's chivalrous. Wait, they have personalities. Distracted, distracted, coward, chivalrous, coward, chivalrous. Huh. I don't know what that means necessarily. But you probably want your repair bot to be chivalrous, so it helps other units, perhaps? Let's try that. So get a repair dude, get a riot-looking dude, probably. He looks like he's got a big old shield to help us out here. Let's see. The riot unit was developed by France in the Great Revolt 2042, where it was used to prevent the spillover of demonstrations. Its armor is often spray-painted with militant slogans inherited from years of systematic use in riots. Oh boy. The Zerker robots were released in 2029 in order to track drug traffickers from the infamous Brazilian cartels. Built to be swift and nimble, they can operate 90-degree turns in order to pursue light-footed criminals in the maze of favelas. And he seems all in on attack. That's what I was hoping for as a DPS. DPS tank. Oops. Tank, DPS, healer. Got this. Makes perfect sense. Now we'll find out that the game doesn't work that way at all. They seem to have auto-organized into locations that makes sense for what they are, or that's just maybe that's just slots 1, 2, and 3. You're currently located in a BreakTech lab. Take some time to look around. Scanning your surroundings should be an easy task for an artificial intelligence as advanced as you. So you go to a reachable room, WASD. There's a little map here. And then you get to the end goal to leave. Okay. You can interact with elements through actions. Action, success chance. Choose carefully. It might change the course of the story and future success chance. That guy. So it's really obvious when you can open something or not, because it's none of the stuff in the background. It's just a giant, it looks like your enemy party in an RPG. Success. If they left some weapons lying around, we should use that opportunity to arm something, probably is what it said. You can change your robot's equipment to increase their efficiency. Robots' attributes are modified by equipment when leveling up. All your items are gathered in the inventory. Equipment, consumables, components. Robots can be affected by effects, thanks, granting them bonuses or penalties. Okay. That kind of amounts to nothing to read. Let's see. Oh, you can't use that, huh? Yeah, this can't be on this robot. Or that robot, apparently. Just you. Okay. I imagine 76 damage is probably higher. Yeah, 36. But you lose 8 speed. So you lose initiative, basically. But you get higher damage. What's that other effect? Oh, that's a critical chance. Let's go ahead and equip it. Boom. Some actions allow you to unveil unexplored rooms and get special bonuses. Zoom the minimap in to display the bonus's caption. Zoom the minimap in. Oh, here we go. You're supposed to use that. So if you see this cube thing, we have a higher chance of all actions in the room. This weird diamond means the enemies are slower. And a trap is cancelled if you have the caution sign. Is that a key in general, or is that the ones that are currently valid right now? I say because we can't actually see the bonuses because they seem to be under our icon. I can see the cube at the very least. But you can't make it out past the dot, which is kind of awkward. Try to hack this camera. Ooh, got it. Group of enemies discovered. Element discovered. You've managed to discover some new rooms by hacking their security system. You'll earn special bonuses if they contain anything important. Can I operate the minimap from here? Yeah, so you can actually walk from this camera angle. It's actually a nicer view for moving a little bit because the room is mostly just repeating. A drone, Saya, it's your time to shine. But remember to always ponder the consequences of your choices. You will only be judged for your deeds. You can destroy, hack, or deactivate. Let's find out what hacking does. Can we take it as our own? That's how it operates the random chance, huh? Alright. Trap deactivated. Learn, we scan more stuff. Let's check out down here. Reformat. Got it. No password can resist us. Let's see what combat looks like. Is that gonna... Yep. That's gonna happen in here. 3 humans. Saya, neutralize these riflemen if you want to get out of here. Okay, so there's a turn-based queue of actions. Pretty familiar with that idea. You can read somebody's information, choose a skill, select the target. These target a single fighter, these target a line, these targets a group. Why green and red? Most skills generate overload. The basic attack of each robot reduces overload. When a fighter reaches 100% overload, he is stunned and stays unprotected for 1 turn. So overload bad, generally speaking. So it's your turn first. Let's learn about you. So you have a normal attack, and yeah, you can increase somebody's regeneration significantly. So that's the defensive or assist character of the group. They can cause an enemy to do reduced damage. Otherwise, they just shoot people. So straightforward enemies so far. I'm playing as Zerker right now. 63 for the normal attack. Ooh. Plasmic Wave deals 100 damage to an enemy, bounces to 1 random enemy if the enemy is slower than the launcher. If the enemy is slower than the launcher, does that mean slower than me? Am I the launcher? Because everyone's apparently slower than me. Hail of bullets. Deals 10 damage to all enemies. Deals 10 additional damage for every enemy slower than the launcher. I don't know entirely what that means still. Deals 126 damage to an enemy. Applies weak spot. Chances to take a critical hit increase by 25%. I want to see this wave. See about that bouncing secondary target. Yep, there's the bounce. That got him below his, he's below shielded now. They're all also, yeah, they all have -5 speed because of this room's unveil effect, so, which means we're kind of set. This regenerates shields, but we don't have anyone that's hurt. Thorium marked. Damage taken reduced by 15%. To an ally line. That might be this way, is probably where the lines are, vertical. I think each team has 2 lines. Yeah, this is basically Hunter's Mark. Otherwise you can just shoot. I think this would take him out. Yep, he's just gone now. Reasonable approach. Alright, now we're Riot. He also just has a shot. Shockwave deals 52 damage to an enemy line. 25% chance to apply stunned. These guys are in a line, I believe. Yep. Intervention applies protected to an ally. Damage taken is transferred to the ally protector. So he is a tank like I thought. And then provoking people makes them attack you. I think you can only do one dude though. Yeah. I want to see these AoEs. So their shield is way smaller than their health on their bar itself, but numerically it's way bigger. At least it was than the other guy. These guys seem to be equal, actually. But they're slower. I should just keep going for it, right? There we go. %15% is kind of a bummer as far as percentage goes, though, for healing. And no one's that hurt. Let's make this guy take bonus damage. Seems reasonable. Definitely going for that stun chance. Oh, that's not nice. Yeah, they're making us weaker. I'll still bounce around. I'm not scared. Oop, there he goes. That was close. No, it wasn't. Good job, Saya. My characters were completely healthy. We are A-okay. I think these are all... They're probably crafting materials. That'd be my guess. Your robots have dodged that trap that you had uncovered. You certainly are talented, Saya. Actions have a higher chance of success. Oh, that's the goal down there. Let's go up then. I'll open up. Oh, increased danger level because I opened it and failed, evidently. All rooms have already been unveiled, so hacking the camera is pointless. Good to know. There's no reason to actually hack it, and there's actually negative things that happen if you fail, so I should probably avoid entirely, now that I've already succeeded. Again, same group, more or less. I mean, they're presumably different people. Oh. Shield did not fully recover while we were moving around. I don't know if you recover a certain amount after the fight, or if or maybe you recover every time you take a step, like in Darkest Dungeon. I was not paying that close attention to that detail. I'll go for bouncing shot. Boing. Oh, we still have... Ah, we're still doing reduced damage. Crap. Oh, and now it's regenerating. That's not nice. You shouldn't regenerate like that. Oh, got a stun. Lucky. You're taking bonus damage. Got bad news for you. There he goes. Yeah, thorium focus is alright. He may be doing less damage, but he has a chance to stun them at least. Really might as well just keep shooting, right? How much, he is down by 100 actually. Oh, it's like, wow, it's 200 regeneration though. It's actually really strong. You are filling up. I should use your normal attack. I think that was a crit. We had an exclamation point. That's usually a big deal. Stop that. You're being rude. Deals 10 damage to all enemies, 10 additional damage for each. Oh. That's kind of important. I thought it was saying it did 10 more damage to each enemy that's slower. It's for each enemy that's slower. That means it might do 30 damage in this case. And when there was an extra enemy, it might have been doing significantly more damage. And I was kind of missing on that opportunity a little bit. Still, this bounce shot's way more powerful. Seems like a no-brainer to me. Let's try a heal. I haven't really done one yet. Yep, all filled up. You're down to your last guy. Are you sure you don't want to surrender? Just seems like a way smarter thing to do. Oh well, I guess you could just die. That's always a good strategy, right? Ooh, there we go. Everyone's level 2. I wonder if they instantly heal as a result. I can't highlight them. Oh, danger level down here. Success chances are lowered when you hit 30 danger. When you hit 65 danger, enemies' speed and power are enhanced. And then you max out at 100, which is not really an explanation of what happens when you get there. It's just sort of saying that it's maxed. Unless you fail instantly or something. Each time your robot levels up, you can allocate talent points to specialize them. Each robot has additional skills you can buy. Select an equipped skill to switch it with one of the other skills available. Rather busy inventory of items here. The item I switched out already. The BreakTech rifle. It is the same thing he's already using actually. And that one seems to be better actually. Higher crit, I think. 13 hearts. Can I wear that? I can. So I can go into your bottom. That's interesting. So you take reduced damage for how much shield you have. Whereas that's the... oh, right, that's how much shield points you have. And that's the every turn regen shield. There's actually a lot of items here. The ionizer. Can everyone use that? No, just... alright, it's the item we started off with, so only he can. Okay. Let's try talents for our healer. There's a lot going on here. I'm gonna go a little fast just because this is a one-off. So, more shielding is not bad. Oh boy. I'm gonna go just making the heal stronger. That's reasonable. I'm wondering how you get to the next layer in. Doesn't necessarily say. Oh, here. So spend 12 points and you get to tier 2? No, spend 3 points to get to tier 2. That's how many points there are overall? Right, because there's 6 nodes, 2 each. So you can spend 12 points total in tier 1, but once you spend 3 points, you'll gain access to tier 2, it looks like. I do like the idea of these bouncing shots. I don't like these low chances of doing Thorio focused. Bonuses are nice, but only having a chance of them is kind of unreliable, and 10% is a terrible chance of doing anything. Yeah, increasing the stun chance isn't bad though. I think I'm gonna go with mostly upgrading skills I'm already using to make them stronger. A chance of applying corrosion. I think radioactive wave is the bounce shot I've been using. Whoa. A 50 to 100% chance of critting anyone who's slower. That could be a really strong fight opener. I want to try that out. Hopefully I'm not making a mistake or anything. Why are these ones flashing? Oh, I can swap them out for these ones, but those ones cost 100 of this currency type I don't have. Not enough of, I mean. I have like 80 and they want 100. You and your robots are safe here. In space, apparently? Welcome to the secret rebel base, Saya. Or welcome to the secret rebel base, Saya. Not base, Saya. It's not called Saya. I'm Saya. I'm in the rebel base. Hello. This is looking XCOM-y at the moment. Questions answered. A factory in Seoul. This Sarah lady's waving at us. She is talking to an old man. Huh. That's an incredibly odd description of a mission. That's the same equipment screen. What's the hangar do? Oh, grab new characters. There's Lady, War, and these two scouts. So I could stick with the same characters and give them a go, or I could bring in new characters and just see how they react to situations. It's tempting. Oh, I know they all cost money. I can't just casually grab new people. Saya, let me introduce you to John Wint. He's the leader of the Humanobots, a cosmopolitan faction who is peacefully resisting the rule of Chancellor Jaklov. My dear Saya, rather than waste time talking, how about we visit a decommissioned BreakTech factory? The cozy accommodations should allow you to gauge the situation for yourself. Can't you talk in transit? Or is global transit covered by teleport now? Look what we've got here. Good old John Wint trying to preach to a new audience. His name is Halt. Alright. Halt. Have you considered the opportunity not to kill anyone on your way here? Your dreams of a quiet revolution have turned you into a sweet old man, Wint. Robots are dreaming of vengeance, and Saya would be a valuable ally for the super machine. I'm going with you. This is... alright. A factory that still oozes liquefied metal and molten thorium. This is where it all began for BreakTech. On the workbenches, underneath the presses, inside the tanks. Robots, weapons, chips. This is where it all comes from. And one day, it will all come back. And when we return, we'll break the door down. They're definitely setting up some kind of story, but it's like really rapid fire. This character, and they all... some of these guys look hilarious. Hello? Go back to this view. It's very useful. Oh. Can't go the next door over. What is that? Oh. So that's a trap. So we were not able to avoid the trap this time, so we all got plus 25 overload from an EMP. Let's try to hack it. It'll work out just fine. Oh, it actually did. Neat. Some filled-in map. Most specifically, though, it didn't attack me. Oh, failed. Danger level plus 20! Alright, that's probably not good. BreakTech agents. Let's show them what kind of alloy robots are made of. I've been stalked. Taking damage regenerates the shield of the assailant by 15% of the damage dealt. Okay. So there's enemies that have like dog bots, evidently. Cyber Dog Guardian. Look at that guy. That's a sight. So Jump to the Throat has a bonus of 10% crit chance for every penalty on the enemy right now, which would include the stock thing. This, oh yeah, increases overload of an enemy and applies stock, and then bounces. These guys are new too. So if they're low on structure, this does a big bonus. So it's like an execute then, because I assume structure, yep, is your health. So this, yeah, relatively common execute style move, where if an enemy is relatively low on health, you have a big bonus of being able to kill them, essentially. Not sure who to prioritize killing necessarily, but that one has a mountain of health. So probably the other ones. I'm gonna go with that. Probably want to kill the ones that you actually can reasonably take out. Let's try Hail of Bullets. 12 damage to all enemies, 12 additional damage for each enemy slower than the launcher, which is 2 of them this time because he was faster. And these slower people also have a 50% chance of being crit. Not terrible. I don't know if that was actually worth doing my not normal attack though, which is pretty good. Let's focus fire. Oh. That is how. Wow, that's the amount of shield regen he gets every turn. 2 sources. I'm critting the one I'm not even trying to attack that much. Of course. This does so much more damage than Hail of Bullets, which is also really expensive. I'm not sure why you'd want to use Hail of Bullets, given our starting setup. Oh, we're gonna start overheating pretty bad. Thankfully, that's a really strong weapon. Really wish that was strong enough to kill you. We're getting kind of low on shields. Time to get back on healing duty, except I'm going to be a bit overloaded if I don't do attacks in between. That's an interesting thing to have to think about. Did I just overload myself? I may have... Oh, not quite. But that was maybe a mistake. I should have been shooting. So you're still safe to do heals. That is not a lot of damage to his shield. Oh, you're actually full up. Or emptied on his overload, so he can actually still do his attacks. I was a little worried. They're gonna have so much less damage to deal if I can take out their 2 primary damage dealers, is at least how I would interpret them as being. Just protect you before this gets real bad. I can get away with not healing for a moment since Protected is on, which lasts 2 turns. So I can kind of take a moment to not quite panic and heal yet. So I wanted to get that guy finished off before I got an attack off. Preferably. Let's do weak spot. There we go. The shield's actually regenerating on its own, so it's not that big of a deal. Let's just make him real easy to kill then. Oh, hoo, hoo, hoo. That's a lot of damage you got going there, buddy. I might have overloaded myself. Not quite. But I need to stop. I really need to start doing more auto attacks to that guy. I kept making that mistake. I'm not sure why Jack Love's henchmen were hanging out in this factory, but never mind that. We should do our best to extinguish the flames of violence. We're about halfway past level 2 now. Alright, there's an interesting little dynamic going on here. I think this is a decent place to cut this though, guys. Thanks for watching like always. Once, as per usual, this is a key provided by the developer. If you want to check out the game for yourself, there's a link to the Steam page in the description below. Thanks for watching like always, guys, and I'll see you next time.